And welcome back. Yep, there we go. Takes a while for the symbol to pop up, so we just found out where the Angmarim have been hanging out. Turns out they must have been attacking Dead Man's Dyke instead of expanding elsewhere. Yep, those are the Angmarian hordes I feared. Now we have to figure out a way to fight. Of course we will be taking this settlement again. We'll be handing it over to the elves. Hopefully the elves can hold it this time as we journey down to Moria and free up the dwarfs. Speaking of dwarfs, the dwarfs of Ered Luin. I don't know what they're doing in Amon, so... No, Anuminas. Mystery. Goblins of Moria are making moves northwards. Interestingly enough, the Angmarim didn't attack Halbarad. They must be waging a war against dwarfs. Minas Morgul besieged. Gondor and that. Oh, Orthancs besieged. And Osgiliath, of course. If you wonder why I'm just clicking, I've seen him 100 times. So, the Angmarim army is pulling back. But why?
This tower will keep vigil over the land.
Yeah, they own the borderlands. I have no intention of engaging their army if they're not going to engage mine. I'm perfectly fine with how we've set this up. I'm going to hire these cell swords, though. We can afford them. 137 strike infantry of their magnitude. They're not necessarily the best, but they are better than most. Yeah, see, they've been attacking here, but they haven't been attacking seriously. The AI must be mucked up somewhere. Like, in a few turns we'll launch an attack there.
Yes, my lord.
Korach will be taken soon enough. Now we can just begin the Great Tower Building project. Yep, there are the Dunlendings. Sitting across the river. Is that Dunland? Yes, that is Dunland. That is the Crow. So them and Bree must be fighting pretty ferociously. There are just armies of bandits roaming about up there. Yeah, not gonna think that's happening. So, in all honesty, Angmar has expanded, but a lot slower than anticipated. So perhaps, no, too early to judge. I mean, Elrond is making moves out of Lothlorien, scarred. Glorfindel isn't his army, amazingly enough. Glorfindel and this guy? Oh. Elrond's just been held up in Imladris repelling assault after assault by those goblins. So it's little to no wonder that he has built up such a force. Of course, once we give him this other settlement, it'll be good to go. I kinda like playing to the books in most occasions. Because it's simply my style, you know. Elrond would give me settlements if, you know, this wasn't total war and it's just essentially land grabbing. It's not thinking about anything, just land grabbing. Ah! There is a relief army inbound. Quite a few, actually. Okay. Can we start this battle without them? Yes, we can. Right. Good. Withdraw from the battle for now. Keranok, I want you up here. There is Farbad, and there is Royal Farbad. We'll be taking these settlements soon enough. We just don't have a reason to go to war against Dunland yet. Yep. Oh, they own Cardolan. Oh dear. No doubt the war between them and Bree has been fierce. Ah, interestingly enough, the Angmarin do indeed head towards Dead Man's Dyke. We must constantly shadow them, as if a ghost. I'm on Sul, completely fine. Probably could use a leatherworks. But now it's just the time for battle.
We shall engage.
Captain Curlew. Like, that is a big ass goblin army. Probably came from Moria. Because, it's gotta come from Moria. Like, as soon as we take this settlement, we take Ostenedale. That wipes out the goblins in the south. Of course, they're going to keep spawning from Moria. And it seems like the dwarves aren't going to do anything about it, so we're going to have to take over Moria. Uphill battle. Goblins certainly picked a nice, defensible camp. I'll give them that. Why did we bring ladders? Like, seriously. What the hell? I know I told them to build ladders, but this is just quite pointless in all honesty. Yep. So, the targets that we want to aim for are these Uruk Taskmasters. We'll leave the Cardinal troops to deal with the rest. We do have some javelins. There's no point in engaging in... Are they attempting a sally? No. No, they are not. Snagga Stalkers, Snagga Archers actually, they're very irritating. Yep, looks like they are indeed coming out, so we gotta fight them. I mean, this is us fine, we're in range to do maximum damage. Yep. Oh, there's a return volley of the Snagga Archers. That's gonna hit us. I kinda need this cavalry for the inevitable field battle that will follow. So, quick withdrawal. Lumbermen, you're up. Snagga Stalkers are naturally pulling back, like the cowards. They are. Our cavalry's pulling back. The lumbermen are taking over. Wardens have just headed right on in, like the gods they are. Goblin hunters heading out. Cavalry, we must reply. Thankfully there's no towers on this settlement. Oh, speaking of enemies. So back up to it. The Orc Hunters have engaged, but our Wardens are at the front this time. And, you know, they should do fine. I'll tell them to fight the Uruk Taskmasters. Snagga are coming back out, though. Yep. I need these guys to do some cavalry charges by the looks of things. Right, that's good. Please keep your volleys on going. Those Snagga Archers and Stalkers need to die. Like, soon. Especially the Snagga Stalkers, because they might come back out.
The enemy are badly bloodied.
Looks like the Wardens have effectively cut them off from this group of Orc Hunters. So good on them. Good on them, Wardens. Good on you, Wardens. Cavalry needs to make a nice charge though. Cardinals. Yeah, the problem is those Uruk Taskmasters are going to make this battle needlessly hard. Oh, they're broken to the death, so pull back. Yeah, I think it's safe enough to say these Snagga have been decimated. I mean, I'm still going to waste arrows on them and try and kill them all, but, you know. There's less of them now than there previously was. The Uruk Taskmasters, though, they're proving a hard fight, even for some of my most veteran melee infantry, but the general is down. So, good start. But it's not going to be enough to save our men. All archers, concentrate your fire on them. Lumbermen, go in. Fight your Orc Goblin equivalent. At least in stats, but You guys make up for an awesomeness with your two-handed axes of death. Didn't get a charge off though. Would have helped a lot. Melee cavalry, you can't really do much. Actually, I see something that you can do. Dunedain and man fighting hand in hand, and they're retreating. Okay, right, that's good to know. Oh, even their taskmasters, huh? Seems like they're mass retreating.
Behold how our
Oh no, I should just ended the battle. Cavalry, everyone in, come on. I actually remember seeing that in Battle for Middle-earth 2, the Goblin Cave. So goddamn irritating, the Goblin Cave. They just constantly spam you with units.
Watch this area.
Please kill them. Like, there's so few of them left. Cardland Riders, don't mess with them.
This is a clear victory.
Oh, we even lost a guy. Must be friendly fire. So we'll be giving this settlement back to the elves. Like, we're just gonna sack it. Completely decimate all its orc buildings and that. Leave it as current tier and give it to the elves. Because the elves are our allies, and they'll also be pretty useful for guarding this. Like, I feel confident enough we could actually take Moria, you know? But I'm choosing not to. Like, just simply thinking about it from a lore perspective, I'm just not interested. Just not. Yep, there we go. I wouldn't be doing this if my good friend Philippe did not tell me that I could. I'm gonna keep that hunting lodge though. Yeah, the mines are fine. We're just gonna kill all the orc buildings. It's a nice 4,000 there. Not bad enough. We are going to immediately hand this off to the elves, and this time we won't abandon it. We wish to give you the region of Anon-Urd. In return, I would like a payment of 30,000. Can you make this happen?
I do not believe.
Oh, but you were thinking about it. Right. We'll stick to the 25,000, huh? For Anon-Urd. Balance. Are your finances not that good? I'll take that into account. Generous. Eh. Oh, come on, mate. That was perfectly generous. Right, right. All I really want is just map information, map information. I'm on Ord, which is goddamn generous. You're damn right it is. 15? Come on.
No, we can't.
Okay, so they must just not have the money. That's fine. I'll take regular tribute of 200. I'll take a regular tribute of just 1,000 for like 5 turns. I mean, it seems very demanding, but do remember, I'm on Ord.
How could we refuse? Well, that seemed fruitful.
Well,
Yes.
this time, we are going to defend it for you. Even though there are far more orcs and middlemen than there are, well, actually there's more elves than anything else in there. Any of the races we accept. Not Not filthy orcsies. Right, so that's turned out pretty well. Albarad's just shadowing this Angmarim army. Really, we just need to buy time for Dead Man's Dyke. But the main question is, why is Angmar being like so weird? I mean, I know they couldn't take Camon Bell. Lord Elrond, just thinking about stuff. There's no unit in there, so of course they wouldn't be able to defend Amon or Ayap. There's no point. You know what? I have done enough harassment of the goblins. Like, it is abundantly clear to me that the elves...
The enemy has surrounded us. We are besieged.
Yep, and there's the assault on Dead Man's Dyke. Thankfully, we are set up in a pretty nice position now. So, okay, so you spawned in there. Merverland.
Yes.
It's just become apparent to me that we are not.
Your orders, my lord.
I mean, 2 chieftains. Yeah, I know, I failed. They're attacking Dead Man's Dyke with such a weird force, though.
Yes, my lord.
It's not a good force. Just very weak.
Come and get me.
Like, yeah, no, they actually have Warg Riders. That's something to be fearful of. Hillmen are always good. The Angmarim... Oh, they must be pressing for the hills of Everden. Just never really bothered coming down here. Thanks, dwarfs, for telling us that. You know. Thank you. Okay, right, what can we do to improve this situation? Chicken farming! Yeah, it's just become apparent. Like, I can no longer figure out what the hell the dwarfs are up to. Because the dwarfs, we gave them plenty of opportunities. Amon-Urd, we couldn't hold it. So, I'm just withdrawing from there.
Yes, my lord.
Because it's just abundantly clear to me it's not gonna happen. We need to rush Angmar now. So, let's just start assembling an army. We'll use the cavalry as the center of it. These guys as well. We have about 3 recruitment bases. Need a general for it though. Our spies up north are going to help us out a lot. We're going to press through Camon Bell, from Rudar itself, and Dead Man's Dyke. But to end, and to finally stop talking for a bit, let's slaughter some unsuspecting Angmarim. Because they'll sell swords, I think. I don't trust them in a settlement. But the settlement this turn should have a Dunedain encampment, which helps a hell of a lot out. So swords. So nice to have these guys on our side. We finally have people that we can throw away that I don't need to feel guilty about. So here's the Angmarim army. As you can see, they are very small, but they are actually quite a good force. And I feel as if melee combat this time is the best way to go. So, we have the superior melee troops. Halbrad's elite ranger's corpse is pretty beaten down after taking Dead Man's Dyke. We do have cavalry though. And Halbrad himself, with his very elite, well-trained unit. Yeah, you guys just bugger off. Actually, no. You guys, come on. Get in on this action. The Hillmen, I mean, Legion 10, Legion, that's 11. Wait, no. If it's after the X itself is 10. XI, the I's to a right, it's 1. Yeah, charge these wargs. Begin light harassment. Steal the initiative. I know the works for you though, they're pretty damn tough. Plus, as expected, that attack was just to graze the enemy. Our riders are far more veteran than theirs. Isn't a good exchange though. Let the bows sing. Conscripts. Yeah, Agmer and conscripts. Oh, they have an armor upgrade because not all of them have backpacks. Interesting. Yep, here they come. That is a heavy cavalry charge if I've ever seen one. Bandits, you'll be facing them. Halbrad, who the hell is daring to take shots at you? Dindan Wardens, you're up. Oh. Orc fighters, really?
If we continue like this, we will smash the enemy.
Interestingly enough, the Angmarim haven't decided to engage us. Oh. It's actually... I don't expect an easy battle. But the Angmarim archers, they're not terrible. Yep, they are pretty formidable. You guys just need to leg it. You guys need to help out our bandits here. They're going to be suffering a lot during this combat. I mean, the bandits are okay. They, like, their job is cheap sword and board. But these guys are my strike infantry. And they'll tear for these hillmen like butter. Interestingly enough, those hillmen are matching up to our Dindan Wardens pretty efficiently.
The battle is very much in our favor. Victory will be ours.
The cavalry itself has had a pretty brutal hand-to-hand combat fight over there.
Only half the enemy force remains.
I don't know, some of them do have the travel packs. The conscripts are probably like the worst tier of the Angmarin army. And that's saying something. Yeah, we cannot afford to fight those heavy cavalry. They're just too tough. Too good. I mean, the orcs are really a minority. Those wargs don't... They can run as fast as cavalry at times. It's quite scary. Yeah, you know what? You just go back home. Yeah, make sure none of these guys live. Are they fleeing? Yeah, not exactly the most brilliant of cavalry charges I've ever seen. But those sellswords will hold. Oh, they're doing that weird thing again when they're running off to the wrong side. But they did break, which means, yep, cavalry time. And they're broken too. Are you really thinking?
The enemy army flees the field.
Hmm.
Pursue and run them down.
Good choice. We just need to kill as many as we can. Ah, they must have gotten a javelin or two off. Ah. They're not effective, but they are pretty good missile cavalry. It was a fierce battle, to say the least. Like, we've saved Dead Man's Dyke with the skin of our teeth. Yeah, can't be bothered chasing them.
Awed by the victory we have won here today.
They'll be back. There's already one general up there. So now it's time to rush. We've helped the elves as much as possible in the south. We've secured a good strong fighting position as well. Now the question is, do we sell that other settlement to the elves? I don't want to take too much more money. Because the orcs, they'll just take a settlement if we give it to the elves. That's the problem.
Glory, honor.
Neymar is doing particularly well.
Yes, my lord.
Begin retraining. We wanted to see how many of these guys we can regroup. Worryingly enough, though, this settlement here doesn't have a ranger's hall. So,
Yes, my lord.
I'm thinking of cutting our losses. Not Dead Man, was it Baranost?
Until we meet again.
Baranost. Ah, bollocks.
If only I could.
Holding on to another turn is not too bad. The problem is this massive orc army. Like, I do want to kind of pack my bags and flee. Like, going back to Fenestrun and regrouping my forces and re-rallying them for the northern campaign, which is well overdue, needs to happen. Because no doubt they've been taking the hills of Everton, and they're trying to the minority it. But it really depends. Like, I have no use for that province. Like, I was hoping we could press and maybe free Moria, but now, seeing how fast the goblins recuperated there, I deem that to be impossible. And the elves of Emladris just might be cursed to be in there. So it's either we do or we don't. I think we're gonna try and be optimistic. Oh. Oh, yeah, not happening.
I'm gonna stick you.
Not happening.
Yes,
So we're gonna hand over to
always happy to deal
Bernost.
with you, trusted friends.
It's gonna give as a gift.
A most generous offer. The pleasure was all ours. Farewell.
Assembling a mighty
Yep.
host.
It is a pretty mighty host. Oh look, Bernost even has a small garrison of Bulkwindy. Huh. They're gonna need to siege the settlement though. Company of Elven Archers is always a big help.
With honor.
Amin the Chivalrous, Honoris, and Maryland.
Yes.
You are to taunt the enemy army into a direct battle.
I'm gonna stick you.
You must protect Bernost for a time. Yeah, I mean, it is technically our old settlement, but what was I gonna do with it? I couldn't turn it into a recruitment camp of any good worth.
Merging armies, my lord.
But speaking of time,
Your will, my
and
lord.
recruitment,
Orders.
it's now time to rally a mighty force.
Got a plan in mind? Send your representative this week.
I do want to negotiate with the dwarfs, though. Now, here's the real question. The dwarfs have a chance! A brilliant chance, and why don't they take it?
Yes, my lord.
We've given the elves another stronghold to work from in the loud water fields. I believe that's a very arrogant thing to do. We have the biggest army assembled.
Your orders, my
But I don't want to, like, leave this place without defeating that Misty Mountain army that's rallied. If it heads to Fenestrun, that's fine. We can defend Fenestrun. We can protect the Bernost for the elves. As Elrond has done the exact same for us, defending us from Rudar.
I would fight for your people as if they were my own, friend.
I know. And I know that... Oh, no, wow, they did take Arthedain. So we march for Arthedain with Halbarad... with Halbarad's forces once they've regrouped. We'll assemble the biggest Dunedain expedition that launches a surprise attack for the Rudar lowlands.
my lord.
Because no doubt about it, the enemy has left.
Continue tomorrow.
And of course there is the dangerous and more egotistical task, one could say,
Enemies fear me. Do you?
of attempting to march through Dunland and the orcs of the Misty Mountains, past down Dunland, into the Barradowns.
Yes.
Faden?
I am a warrior, not an emissary, my lord.
What is it you wish to discuss? This proposal is of little interest.
I tried.
Good day to you. Without question.
So it looks like I said Dunland, of course, would belong to Dunland. The
Impossible.
problem is, everything here either belongs to Edenwife, I haven't heard of yet, or Dunland. And Dunland grows strong.
Yes, my lord.
With honor.
Oh. They actually managed it. Huh, they took the downs. Well done, Bree. One more turn, and then I'll end this live stream. Oh, you guys can bugger off now. I've run out of usefulness for you. Ah, we can construct more mines. Really? 9,000? Taxes, yeah, trade. Army upkeep, of course, because we've just withdrawn a bunch of troops from Baranost. And Baranost is now our technically biggest army. Of course, the orcs of the Misty Mountains have that massive force there. And it does beg the question of why. Why don't they just take Western Moria from the dwarfs with that army? And speak of the devil, the last battle of the live stream is upon us. Captain Oberon and his Boquindi militia will assist Uranus as he defends from the biggest orc army that we have seen to date. It shall be a fierce battle, and I shall save it as the big one. The biggest battle to date.
We attack.
Thankfully, we do have the elves, and we are defending. So we'll stay on our hill and just volley them. We also have some pretty formidable line infantry and the wardens. They won't do the killing, but you know, better than nothing. The Salmonarian, I know, Anuminas.
Our foes appear to be gaining the upper hand in this battle.
Have no fear, because we don't have a frickin' hill. The Dunedain and their the captains will stay in the rear. They are their own separate detachment. Highly elite, our best infantry available to us. Next are the rangers and, well, the elves, naturally. The elves, they'll stand beside us. This is a unit of elven volunteers, probably sent by Elrond. Our cavalry will be on our right. And our sword and board, which technically includes the second sentinels, will stand on the front lines with the lumbermen. It will be a fierce battle. It will be brutal. But it shall be epic. Now, the first line's got to form up quickly here. Excluding the cavalry, we must rally. Scatter the men first. Prepare to loose a few volleys very quickly. The Dunedain, they'll go here. The Boquindi, they'll form up a second line. The Sentinels, they'll form just behind the boat. Actually, no, they have shields. They'll form with the boat, Quindy. And the captains will form their own separate contingent. The elves themselves, we just need to hold out till they arrive. They're really just here. Ah, formidable and fierce. Interesting, the orcs have decided to take a range battle stance. I'm not too sure that's wise of them. And again, they do have wargs, and the Uruk taskmasters will cause many problems. Oh, they have crossbows on their wargs as well. Ugh. Our cavalry will be behind our main infantry line. Our force small in composition, but formidable. We have a chance. We kill them now, and Beranost will be free. Yep. Warg scouts, we need to kill them. Somewhat armored. Oh, they have replied with their own volleys. The distinct sound of crossbow bolts. I know it well. Interestingly, they're just... I mean, if they don't want the hill, we'll take it. Where's the elves? Please move, Captain. Aggressive. Gonna move. I don't want to engage, like, their army proper. Because their crossbows are scary. I'm expecting the elves. Come on, bud. Perhaps they march to kill the elves. Yeah, we must attack this flank. Rangers. Yeah, we're just gonna attack. Like, their flank is literally just manned by some of their worst units. Like, range units of all things. So there's no point or reason not to attack. They'll reply with their fires, but we will reply with arrow. Oh, this is going to be problematic. You know what? They can march towards the elves if they want to. That's fine. Okay, captains.
Defeat seems almost certain.
I'll take that as arguably better than what was being said before. Minoris, you must return fire upon our foes. Wardens, drive them down. Don't let the Snaga shoot. Not even for a second. Cardinal sentry. Turn every arrow we can upon them. Ah, drat, we've been intercepted. Right, Rangers, pull back. I mean, we are winning this battle. The problem is we just can't. The problem is we need to break them quickly, but because they have Uruk Taskmasters, it's a massive problem. Looks like the elves have engaged. Of course, the orcs will be more interested in elf meat than they are anything else. The fighting is is problematic because I don't want it to last too long. We'll take too many casualties. Oh, I thought that was the enemy's cavalry. Engage the Snaga. Sorry, elves, you kind of brought this upon yourself by, you know, not helping me. By not letting us meet up. Like, I want to use my cavalry to run down their archers before they get there. The problem is, we just can't. We just cannot help. I do feel as if somebody's shooting in the back of that unit, though. Yeah, actually, now that I see it, the lumbermen could use help. I mean, I'm glad they're going to hold on to the bitter end, you know? Right, the Snag have routed. What is Cardinal soon? Yeah, great, they're sending in another unit. Of course they'll be sending in. Okay. What cavalry do we have? These guys? Aye. Rangers. Reform and launch a flank. You guys, concentrate on those stalkers there. If they join the fray, they're just going to slow everything down.
For the moment, the fortune of battle goes our way.
The elves are actually doing well.
They have
Look at
lost
that.
half their men.
I mean, in all fairness, I did not expect them to actually get this far. A cavalry charge here. That should end it. Yep, Snag have broken on their flanks. Interestingly enough, it's the enemy light infantry, the goblin infantry that lasts. Just do some heroic charges in the rear. We gotta break him. We've broken this good port. I guess the elves were ultimately useful. I mean, I guess. But the problem is they're just not utilizing themselves to their fullest potential. Because they're literally now just charging into combat. Maybe they are out of hours, so I'll give them the benefit. They did save a lot of my men today. Speaking of saving people, archers, come. We must shoot these Uruks. Cavalry, you've done well. There are now mountain hunters about. We let them, like that is a huge-ass contingent of mountain hunters. And quite frankly, I'm not keen on engaging them in combat. So, yeah, those Uruks are going to try and get vengeance, I believe. I just see no point why we should engage. Like, these are Uruk Mountain Hunters' only defense is in melee combat. Well, actually, no. They do have one. Must be their skull. Okay, cavalry. The elves are in need of aid, so we're gonna send some people that way. Actually, no, the elves have done surprisingly alright given the situation they're in. Yep, these wargs are going to be pretty fierce because they... Well, I'm disappointed. Just see like 4 of them drop down and I'm like, ah, guess they're not as great as I thought they were, huh? I'll leave the elves to tidy them out. Well, the more elves we save, the better chance Beranos survives without us. Oh, that's gotta be the name of the coffin. You're welcome, elves. Those Uruks will re-rally. Decisively, I say this battle's over. Not as anticlimactic as I thought. Because, well, the Orcs never really decided what way to go. But to be honest, this was always to be expected. The elves are just too good. And our archery was just overwhelming. What are you guys even shooting at now? I mean, in all honesty, there is no reason for... Ah, I thought that was a unit of orcs, like, huh? We'll just shoot them on the way out. Surprisingly, we lost quite a few cavalry. No? No. The elves are being forever helpful. Actually using their bows and arrows. So, might as well just go into pursuit phase for a little bit. Just a little bit. Like, we've slaughtered the biggest army that's come out of Moria and whatever hellhole the goblins have. I call that one. The elves also got a settlement. Like, there was nothing we could use that settlement for. That's the thing. The only useful thing it was money making. I mean, yeah, we could have held it till the barracks event and all. But I really just don't want anything to do with the goblins in the south anymore, you know? I am done with them. Like, maybe giving them Austin Arian was a bit much. Maybe we should have given them this Beranos first and then assisted them. You know, like that Roman general in Italy. Like, he got a DLC in Attila. It wasn't the most widely successful one, but, you know, it was pretty decent. Pretty decent. Yeah, I kind of figured. So, we slaughtered the biggest army they had. Oh. Thankfully, that town does have a garrison. Glad that now. So, we can now shift that army as well northwards, because I'm leaving it in the hands of the elves. The Orphancs under siege again. Oh, Bjorn's halls as well. Right. So now, we march northwards for a three-pronged offensive. The biggest army that we can muster is not going to happen. Captain Cullis.
Yes, my lord.
Tempted to give it to Melvin.
Yes. This tower will keep vigil over the lands.
It's decently good.
With honor, we can go.
People are Bree. They're being Bree. Our army in here is... oh, they have Rudar warriors. Hmm. Angram infantry are pretty decent. No real professional units yet, though, which is quite a relief. Now, the real problem is how we're going to deal with this. I know for a fact that keeping the cavalry indoors is near beyond useless. Keeping them here causes more problems. Halbrad is going to defend the north. We're going to need to give them both of these towns armories.
Your will, my lord. Emerging armies, my lord.
Pretty decent armies forming. Actually, now that I think about it, Adonis, you're a pretty decent general. Melon, I want Melon to assemble another force. And I want Adonis to head to Tyrnhund, because if my hunch is right, then perhaps next time we will be seeing Dunland creeping up if they overrun the defenses of Tyrnhund. Yeah, look, I actually done it. We haven't done it in camp here. Oh, we need 33%. Of course. Because this place was owned by rebels for so long, it's mostly middlemen. We don't need a library. We do have a few forces here we can throw in. Considering they're not coming down south, I think it is safe enough to say I can throw a few more men into Captain Cullis's army, and then I shoot. I'm also going to be a little bit greedy here,
Yes, my lord.
and click the enter now. Yep, there's more in Tarf.
Splitting the troops.
The problem is we're going to have to strike for the goblins. And Campbell poses a particular problem because of that. Because it's next to Goblin Town, where the majority of the goblin forces are no doubt crossing between Imladris to head down south and vice versa. There's the elves, of course. They're making moves to take Beranost. Finally, they will now defend that territory quite fiercely, by the looks of things. I'll leave an army of Quindy to watch that bridge. That was a good sign. That was a good sign. Yep. And here's a battle. What do we have? Dunedain volunteers. So, the enemy has one siege ram. We're going to do this battle now. I'll end it on the next turn. I wasn't going to leave you guys on a cliffhanger. That'd be wrong. Problem is, though, they don't need a battering ram to attack. No, this is a Numenas. Do they need a battering ram? They might. They might need a battering ram.
The tide of battle seems to have turned
No,
against us.
no, they do.
We
They do.
must act and halt this turn of events.
The Dunedain volunteers. On board Dunedain, huh? Oh, pretty cool look about you. I'm glad I prepared. Right. Archers. You're in a decent position. War Master, get ready. If it fails, we can pull back to the inner keep and hold them up here, but I want to try and get the cavalry out and harass them as long as possible. You guys actually can start walking back to the inner keep. We actually mount the walls on the inner keep. Yeah, yes we can. Scatter. Consolidate your fire on everything that is Rudarian. Yeah. The pikes are going to be annoying. You guys concentrate on the pikes. Try and lure out some of their troops if possible. Woodland hunters. Yeah, you guys are not going to get anywhere in that shield wall. Actually, cavalry. More important task, charge those Rudar savages. If they get to the gate, they are sufficiently boned. Can I get concentrated fire on the pikemen, please?
We're under attack! Curses! The enemy are battering down our gates!
Yep, that was a pretty nice decisive charge there. Well done. We just have to hold out long enough to use up most of our arrows, if not all of them. The problem is the conscripts are the best answer. Uh-oh. Are they deploying works? No. Looks like they're gonna send up the Hillman next. Decently good move. Cavalry just keep following them. I mean, I could be really cheeky and send this unit out to steal the battering ram and bring it back in. But it looks like they're going to send those Hillmen up next. Have they learned? Probably. If we leave the gates open, they're just going to rush in. Our archers will have a very poor angle to work with. I am tempted to begin the retreat now, but I know for a fact we haven't used up most of our ammo. Our fate depends on this cavalry, and it's worked out pretty well. Oh no, you idiots. Bring the ram inside. Yep, they're in. Well, here they come. They're going to try and push through. Right. Leadership them. Yeah, they're just going to rush in, so they're going to be vulnerable to cavalry charges now. Oh, that works. Plus we have shield wall with Dunedain volunteers. Like any other volunteer, their stat lines... Wow, shield wall is pretty damn good. Yeah, but they are just going to attempt to run through, so... We need to be ready. We must hold. We must hold the gateway. The enemy's mass should be a tad bit disrupted. I say a tad. Doesn't look like they're being scattered at all, are they? Our men are being cut down quite drastically. Yeah. I think it's safe enough to say, begin with the withdrawal. Surprisingly enough, they are pushing out. I should have sent more men to occupy Numenas. Oh well.
Quiet.
I mean, if we weren't running now...
Praise Something changes in the course of battle, but defeat seems almost certain.
The problem is they're not going to break. Yeah, we'll just have to use them. Use the volunteers to buy us time. They can hold for a while, but they'll take heavy casualties. We just need to inflict as many casualties as we can. Thankfully, these buggers look like they're going to hold out for a long time, but the problem is that mass, the amount of hits they're getting in. Yep, there's a pikeman.
The enemy have the walls. Look to our defense or all will be lost.
Huntsman.
Only half our force remains.
Question is, where did this army even come from? I thought my watchtower system was pretty damn good.
Keep them at a distance.
Don't worry, it's on my channel, so you can watch the entire thing. Yeah, the Angmarians finally showed up after we finally took Dead Man's Dyke. I sent Halbarad to secure Dead Man's Dyke. He defeated an army of them, then this army just plopped out of nowhere despite all the watchtowers. So right now we're sort of performing a fighting retreat as the Angmaran army just runs through. We had some Dunedain volunteers here. That did not work out too well. Yeah. Currently, the lore master of Almansu is running away. Oh, you've watched everything already. Today's episode's been a good one. The elves have proved problematic. I've decided to withdraw from the Moria front, as you probably see. I think it's actually a good move. But we've given the elves Beranost, and they seem more happier defending that than more further away than in Northern, surprisingly. Yeah, we've tried skirmishing. It's just the goblins are producing so much now. And now that we're fighting Angmar, I'm pretty much decided. Yeah, we tried that. We just don't have enough men. Like, they have conscripts and pikemen in this army. And every time we charge, like, Dunedain scouts may be great at harassment, but they're not great at charging. So we're just performing a fighting retreat. Like, that's about all we can do at this point. A slow, grinding retreat. Yeah, that's pretty much the idea at this point. I mean, 39% of their force. The dumb decision was letting him, was that mannish unit of, like, volunteers I had. Oh no, this is a bad place to charge. Bad place. Yep. Those wargs are just going to kill the huntsman. So, all we can do now is just return fire. Much as possible. Try and make him pay, as you say. It's a shame, though. This army just randomly appeared from nowhere and attacked a Numenas. Like, we should be able to kill these wargs pretty effectively. But as you can see, these conscripts are a lot sturdier than their name implies. And now, a small unit of Dunedain must hold. The enemy general is within eyesight, but they're sending up fodder troops. Better give those Rudar warriors a volley. Their hand axes can be quite problematic. Yeah, our men couldn't even endure a volley. Oh, speak of the devil. Yeah. They're losing time as we speak. Thankfully, the general's bodyguard does their job. These guys should be able to win against some random Rudar warriors, at least. Like, this is the lore master of Almansu. He's not necessarily a great combatant, but, you know, he does his job. He campaigned with Halberad. Oh, are they sending in... Yeah, they sent in another unit. Come on, guys. We need to kill them pretty quick. That unit of Angmarim infantry. That unit of hillmen. Oh, he's a guardian of Fair... Oh yes, he is a guardian of Fornost. I forgot that. He bloody took over the city with Halberad. It's a shame. This is one of our Dunedain camps. We lose it, we're kind of set back in the region for a bit. And there, hopefully, goes the last goddamn one. Yeah, and the infantry's caught up, because of course the infantry caught up.
So fall the
We just need to kill the general. One volley on the general. Actually, just pull back. We run faster than them, so we can buy time. Like, the general's just there. You see him? Yeah, we're trying to do that. Problem is, it's only our general's unit who can really pull that off. We don't have... We only have the huntsman. Yeah, I know. I don't want to get them... I don't want to let them through the gate, though. That's a big issue. If the enemy gets through the gate, we're screwed. I'm gonna have to waste shots on these lesser men. The Dunedain cavalry are fighting a pretty heroic rearguard themselves. Guardian of Fairnost fighting on the front line against some unknown captain. And the last of our brave knights killed not by the enemy, but by the pathfinding of this goddamn city. Yeah, pull back again. To be fair, we've killed nearly 50% of them. Problem is, this unit of Angmarim infantry is particularly persistent. Which is quite impressive. Thankfully, they're just going to spend time re-rallying. But this Angmarim infantry will do its job. Just need to break him. Are we actually going to lose to these guys? Hold on. There was a time where they weren't falling whatsoever there. Oh. Fire your shots. Pretty even battle, all things considered. Like, giving these guys tier, they do surprisingly well. No, can't risk friendly fire. These Angmarim infantry can survive arrows better than my woodsmen. or better than my Rangers. Quite frankly, we gotta just make them pay. Yeah, that's what they're shooting at with what few shots left, but they have a bad angle on the walls. Honestly, we're gonna have to give up Dead Man's Dyke until the reinforcement armies from Amon Sul and Bernost arrive. Angmar must be crushed. We actually have a unit of Bokwindi in one of the relief armies. Took way too much effort to get them. Thankfully, the enemy has taken its sweet-ass time to send reinforcements. It is quite possible these guys will rout. I have to admit that. The 12th Angmarin Infantry should be proud. Yeah, the Bree, they are at war with Bree. I find that very interesting. We only have 3 main armies. One is led by Halbarad. Aragon is just sitting in Fenestrunen waiting until he actually gets an army to march down to the Dundharrow. It's not like Gondor needs him yet. We need him more, damn it. Melvin, he's a new guy. He's in Terich. Very strange new guy, we don't talk about him. Just appeared. Don't know where he came from. Yeah, but I haven't seen any movement between Dunland and that. There's been no territorial exchanges. So, the massive wave of goddamn Rudarian infantry. These guys. Oh, that's where he came from. He was the random bodyguard? Huh. I mean, I expected a warrior, not Melvin. Melvin. What? Wait, what? What type of name's Melvin? We have names like Aragon, Halbrand, this guy, Guardian of Fornost, and then Melvin. They tried. I don't know what they expected.
Keep them at a distance. Attack!
Yeah, I know, but that's Bree. You expect Bree to be like that, because they are practically Middle English. Oh, if we could rout these guys. Yes. I think Bob's still around, actually. I haven't seen him, but... Okay. It's time to get our hands dirty. Oh, dear Mother of Lord. This isn't even their good infantry. It's like, oh wait, they're running. They're running. Pull back. Pull back. Retreat! We've made them bleed out on the bridge long enough. Right, woodsman. Yeah, we killed their general. There's a chance, but the problem is there's like 400 of them, and they have a good chance to re-rally sometimes. I should have let... Wait, what? Give them a volley, give them a volley, give them a volley. Yes. Yes. Yeah, but the problem is fighting them in this number is... Oh, wait, hold on. Is the fact that giving them more room isn't necessarily a bad thing, because how medieval animation mechanics work. The faster they can attack, the more problematic they are. Interestingly enough, they've adopted a very strange attack pattern here. Our men are extremely tired. You know, there's a good chance that many that these men will never see a full Arnor again, but their sacrifice will not be in vain.
I shall be your guide.
Yeah. They can hold out for... Oh, shit, the savages are going up to kill the woodsman. Well, you tried.
This way.
Well, we'll need to fight in the town center. Woodsman, I have faith in you. Kill the savages, damn it. Uh-oh. Well, we've been caught. Guess we die. Oh, well, Woodsman, you were Woodsman. I guess I suspected a bit too much. The Guardian of Fernost. Yeah. What can one do against such odds? Oh, no, you don't. You're gonna fight me to the last. Wait. One woodsman survived?
The enemy is no longer in command of the
He
city.
laughs with madness. What a lad. There's only 5 heavily armed berserkers. I have faith in... Oh. No. He's dead. He's dead.
Pray something changes in the course of battle for defeat.
Yeah, this is the situation I was worried about. They get separated and surrounded, and then the hillmen just kill them off one by one.
Fought long and are becoming tired.
The general himself is just gonna get ganked. Actually, no, they've cleared out in a pretty efficient pocket. This guy's holding the town center by himself. Wow, even decapitated somebody. Good on him. Hmm. 60%. Just fighting back to back.
Our enemy has command of the city.
Last 7 men. Aragon will not forget your sacrifice. Uh oh, they're pushing. Yep. The Guardian of Fernost has
The
fallen.
enemy is no longer in command of the city. Our foe has taken control of the city.
Come. We must flee. Fight the savages. Well, this just means we have to abandon Dead Man's Dyke.
The
Yep.
enemy is no longer in command of the city. Our foe has taken control of the
This
city.
is the last battle of this live stream anyway. I mean, we tried. I'm just happy that we gave them enough casualties for Halbarad to kill him. The Guardian of Amansul, he will not die quickly. Come on, fight your way into the town center at
Our
least.
general lies slain upon the battlefield.
He died. Come. Yeah. Bornos Thrid. I keep thinking Amansul. I left the guy in Amansul. Make them pay. Loan rate up is dead.
They've won this battle, but they've not won this war.
An average defeat, I'll take that. So, yeah. If you've watched the entire thing, you probably know the situation in Philippe. We've sold Baranos to the elves, which works out a lot better. The goblin, we've decided just to say, nope, the goblin plan's not going to work out. We need to kill Angmar now. And, yeah. We've gathered 2 armies so far. I think we're just going to keep Melvin in the south for now. Can't release that beast of a man yet. Halbarad's and Dead Man's Dyke. I can't remember this guy's name. We'll call him Mr. A. Mr. A just died, quite brutally. Angmarin, Hillmen, everywhere. I don't know what the Dwarves of Ered Luin have been trying to do. Oh, they took the Hills of Eredin. Yeah, And it's going to be a pretty easy battle, but the problem is we sacrifice Dead Man's Dyke. Angmar, for fuck's sake, Angmar. Angmar's my dear, yes, look at me, I took over a few settlements, whoop-de-doop-de-doo. Just you wait, Angmar. Himmel, we're gonna be splitting generals now, before the live stream, and, yeah. We don't actually know. Actually, would you like to see the Fog of War? Like, I don't want to do it myself. I need to ask my viewers, you know.
Yes,
Fairness and all. We're just gonna have to skip past this settlement. Like, we just can't fire away past the goblins and then into Angmar territory. Even though it's lightly defended. It's more... you'd actually be surprised. Okay, hold on. What command was it? Shift toggle? No. No. It'll come back to me. Okay. Console commands. From what I've gathered, Philippe, they... Toggle map. Yeah, I know, but I'm trying to remember the command to actually bring it up. Yeah, now we're starting to get into debt because we lost Fernost. Oh, interestingly enough, we had additional cavalry. So, we built our Dunedain encampment here. We don't have a garrison though, so we must flee. Dead Man's Dyke is pointless. Albarad the Conqueror Fornost. We'll be back. I know for a fact that Angmar will strike soon. But we must wait.
Your orders, my lord.
Elvin's chivalrous. You'll lead a relief army. If Dead Man Dyke's still alive, then send a unit up of woodsmen. More Dunedain are ready to go. The elves are marching out in all their glory, with God knows how many generals.
Your people as if they were my own, friend.
Huh, you still have 2 cast followers. Right. Let me look up here. Med to how to toggle Fog of War. Like, the reason why I'm doing these every damn day is, because I'll be going on holiday this Saturday, so I'm building up a bank for viewers. Like, people have actually been watching my channel again with this. It's that key. Is it shift, that key? No. Okay. Oh. Come on. Cap lock? No. Nope. There it is. So, thank you for giving that command to me. I've always been interested. Oh, okay. So, tog. FO. Okay, according to this is toggle. So, oh wait. It's that. And toggle. Okay, right, so. I see. So. Oh, no. Underscore. Have I not been doing the underscore? That would make sense, actually. Silly me. Okay, so it is with parentheses. Oh no, I've inversed it. Hate when that happened. Oh. Honestly, this is more challenging than anything else. There we go. Right, so probably just look at our region as well to see what's happening, but we'll look at that last. Let's start with Gondor. So you can see the Orthanc has been getting its butt kicked, but it's really been back and forth for Rohan. Edenwife is... whoa. Looks like a pretty bitter war has occurred between Dunland and Edenwife. Edenwife moving up its massive armies to Royal Farbad, but in return Argolid is besieged, and it looks like the settlements of Kirinurd and Korwishar will be overrun soon. For the elves of Mifland, well, they're safe. They're pretty damn safe. The dwarfs of Foreign's Halls, on the other hand, there's minor skirmishing going on by the looks of things, but nothing really substantial. The Angmarim have amassed a mighty empire, though. I can see why they haven't been rushing me. So, really, it's this settlement here that we'll be aiming for. Of course, you asked about Gondor. Well, Gondor, as you can imagine. Yeah. Bree itself is... I kind of want Bree to press for the Cardinal up. Breeland is under siege by Barrow-wights. Well, to be fair, they are Barrow-wights. That's the problem of that province. Oh, here's Alf. Indeed, the hobbits haven't joined the war effort. Although, for very little. Oh, is this an army of myth? No, it's an independent army of just wild men. Oh, Theodore Gelsman. The dwarfs are very interestingly taking skirmishing actions, but honestly they won't stand a chance against Angmar. But of course, Osgiliath. It's actually been pretty even. There's been a lot of back and forth between Gondor and that. I know, they are. Amroth, though, seems to be having troubles. They have expanded into Horondor, but they're struggling to keep their holds, but Gondor is supporting them by the looks of things. Indeed, Global Mifarnd, well, if I'm butchering these names, I know, but trust me, it's the best I can do, is being besieged, and it looks like the Umbar itself is fine. Harad is Harad, you know, they have plenty of land, plenty of power. Of course, the real problem lies in what's been happening to Khan, and as you know, Khan has been getting screwed over by the Blue Wizards, who have essentially just taken everything out after Khan betrayed them, and, well, really, Khan is... Wow, that's Khan. This is all that's left. I thought Khan had this. So no, this is Rune. Rune and the dwarfs... Seems like Rune hasn't gone over to Dorwinion yet, but Dorwinion's armies are pretty strong. There's a good sizable force here. Probably could win a battle. Yeah, but thankfully Gondor hasn't fallen. Looks like though Amroth has sent a lot of levies out. Like as you can see, there's a good mixture between the Gondor fiefdom armies and the Amroth armies. And they've just really been skirmishing with what appears to be Hrad. And, oh wait, no, that's Kant. That's Kant. Kant's still alive. They still have a few seconds. Mordor itself, though, empty, barren as usual. But yeah, it seems like Mordor has made gains. Of course, then there's the whole war in the north. What's necessarily been happening here, one wonders. Well, it turns out that the orcs loves by a discount Azog, Balsamorog. They are edging closer and closer towards Erebor, but sadly Captain Storm prepares to defend the city. Yeah. Gondor will be fine, I believe. Oh, look. The Kingdom of Rohan's doing great, and Gondor, so that's usually a good sign. The Vale of Anduin, they've been fighting the goblins as well. Probably to no great success. Famsburg still stands, and so does Bjorn's Halls, but barely. So, really, we do need to do something. The dwarfs of Khazad-dûm haven't helped whatsoever. Like, we've given them plenty of room to attack Moria, but they just choose not to. Like, we fought some pretty famous battles, nailing hordes and hordes of goblins. Oh my god, there is a settlement up there. Ugh! We should take it. But not right now. Our armies are busy. Of course, the goblins can just switch between these areas as much as they want. Cambriff is a massive problem. Yeah, thankfully Dunland... We're not at war with Dunland yet, but I do want to help the dwarfs more, because the dwarfs are our main battle line against. Because with the fall of Illuminas, that's a pretty big blow to us in the north. Like, thankfully, it looks like Bree is clear, so now we can just send an army up here and fight from Dead Man's Dyke. Like, it's going to be slow, but I reckon we could hold these two places fairly easily. Because Angmar's just assembling these small skirmish armies. Of course, this army here is going to take the more interesting route and attack this settlement. Which, to be fair, the Angmarin have assaulted quite a few times. Aye. Main plan next time, Halbarad, he's going to enter Numinas and wipe out anyone that stands in his way. After we reclaim Numinas, and if Deadman Dyke stands from, we'll be sending up Captain Clairfjorn along with Humar the Chivalrous to launch a joint attack on Bardiok and Avalon. Like, if we leave these settlements here, it would just be more of a problem, because these are hillman provinces. And naturally, they'll just send everything. Yeah, we've tried doing that, but the problem is a small cavalry army is literally just 2 units. There was a 3rd unit in the Numinas, but until recently, like, the Angmarin just showed up. I don't know where. Aye. Like, the dwarfs, they're edging to war. So, of course, there's a matter of... Ah, sorry, I thought I'd just seen they managed to here. There is the matter of course, this settlement here, Gundabad. Like, as soon as we liberate the north, I think I'm going to try and take Gundabad and give it to the dwarfs of Erebor. But those are for next time. Actually, interestingly enough, let's see how Dale's doing. Dale's definitely lost its race against the Winian, but the Winian will be having more problems. Looks like, though, Erebor and Dale are both assembling armies to take on Rune. But these are not my concerns. I do not know of these matters. Oh. And as a result, I think it's safe enough to say that we'll be ending the live stream here. I've been live for over 2 hours now, so I think it's fair enough to say I deserve a little break. It was nice talking to you again, Philippe. I'll probably be live streaming tomorrow, starting at probably around... No, wait, actually, I'm not going to be live streaming tomorrow. I won't be live streaming it until Thursday. But your advice, as always, my friend, has been especially helpful. Like, if you haven't noticed, and you probably have because you've watched the entire thing, the elves have taken, or we gave the elves, Bernost, and the elves are just decided we need to defend that place, so they're just sending all these armies down. So it's got me thinking, perhaps Melvin can prove himself by taking Austin Edhill. Aye. It's just a very interesting gimmick about the AI. When we took this settlement, they weren't going to come over here. I mean, they totally could have with a good army. Yeah, but you know, need to be pedantic about these things. A good friend of mine once said never trust the AI for anything. Always treat it like a nice surprise. That was his advice. But I'll be heading off for the night, Philippe. 6 o'clock Thursday. That will be the next live stream, and that will be the last one for this week, because I am on holiday next week. But I am glad you are enjoying this series. Aye. But they had 20,000 gold in Imladris alone. They'll be fine. You're right. But I'll see you later, Philippe. Good night, wherever you are.